The spring transfer portal has been insane. Probably the craziest we've ever seen with the climate of NIL we have, with the transfer rules, of course, no limits on transfers. It's absolutely wild. The Illini have remained mostly unaffected, I would say. There were some big rumors, which is the first of there's like 3 subtopics within these portal updates just in the last week. Luke Altmeyer, right? There were a lot of rumors about him potentially jumping ship to Tennessee after their whole quarterback fiasco. Tennessee has their quarterback. They have gotten the UCLA quarterback, Joey Aguilar, who never played a game for UCLA. He transferred from App State because that's where he played in 2024, and then transferred there just for the spring. And then when they got Nico, he decided to transfer. So, and he's not even the only player to do that. I mean, it's a crazy climate in the transfer portal now. We've got guys who are transferring before they even play a game. This guy's transferred twice in one offseason. It's unbelievable. It's unlike anything we've ever seen before in college football, right? I mean, we're going to get used to this eventually, but it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of time before I'm comfortable seeing a guy transferring twice in one offseason when before you had to wait a year even just transferring once. So it's absolutely crazy. But Luke Altmeyer did announce on his social media that he is staying with the Illini. I'm not super surprised. I didn't super buy into those rumors. The main place people were talking about was Tennessee. But, I mean, he's really built a name for himself here with this program. He's very comfortable with this program. And of all the returning players, he is the biggest anchor for this team. I'm really glad that he's back. That is now confirmed. Again, I never really believed he was going to leave. A lot of people certainly did, though. But I just thought he's too loyal. He's built too much up here to go anywhere else for his final year. So very happy to have him officially back with the Illini, as he confirmed on his social media. Josh McCray next. Now, we talked about him last week. That was the big news last week, is that Josh McCray was a very surprising last-second transfer portal entry. He has signed now. I did say I'd update you guys when he signed. He signed with Georgia. I believe that news broke yesterday, so pretty recent. I mean, I'm sure he's getting more money at Georgia, right? It's not really surprising to say that Georgia would be able to pay him more than Illinois can. He also torched an SEC opponent in his final game of the year. He was the Cheez-It Bowl MVP, which now will forever be his Illini legacy. That and leaving us. I mean, I said last week, I'm not really going to talk about it too much. I just think it really just came down to money is the reason that he did that. That's the reason why most guys are transferring right now, unless you're at North Carolina. But he's also from Alabama. I mean, he grew up there, so it's not a huge shock that, I mean, he went to an Alabama rival, but it's not crazy that he wanted to be in the SEC in the first place, right? When that opportunity opened up, when he figured out he could do that, I mean, he was in the portal for a week, maybe not even. So, I mean, he was pretty clear that he was going to get some offers of that caliber from those caliber schools. So, I mean, we're going to miss him a lot. It definitely hurts to lose him. But I talked about it last week, and you can go look at the video, either watch all of last week's live or just the video posted separately about the McCray transfer, because that is big news. That certainly shakes up the running back room a lot. Doesn't negate my running back position group preview, but certainly some updates on that now. It just changes who's going to get some carries at the back end of it. Right, like I said last week, Aiden Lawfrey and Caden Fagan are going to be just fine running the show by themselves. So it won't. It's not devastating, but it certainly hurts whenever you got a guy like that coming off a good year, leaving to go to a bigger school like that. Georgia's had a hell of a time in the transfer portal this past week alone, they have not only landed McCray, they have also landed a defensive lineman from Miami and a linebacker from Army, both who are very good as well. So good for Georgia. Yeah, we will miss Josh McCray. We will also miss Alex Bray, the defensive lineman, who is also entering the transfer portal. That news broke yesterday. Man, I just talked about you on my position group preview like last week. Like you couldn't have done that a little earlier, so I could at least have a bit of an updated version for you guys. I mean, come on, man. Or at least could have done it later. Now it doesn't negate my position group preview because there's a bunch of other guys. But it's like, man, come on. So there's only 3 returners on the defensive line, as I mentioned in that preview last week. Now without him, there were 4 when I did the preview last week. So that Wisconsin duo, those duo of transfers, really gonna have to step up now. As I already said that they were gonna have to step up because defensive line, that and wide receiver are the 2 positions that Illinois isn't like completely stacked at with returners. Right? We've seen in most of my position group previews going throughout every position group that they got a lot of returners, obviously. That's been the theme of this entire offseason. And so getting those guys, getting a bunch of guys back at the top of your depth chart kind of, it stacks it against the guys at the bottom of it. Sorry, I was losing my train of thought there. But I found it in the end. So defensive line and wide receiver are really the only positions that are not so stacked at the top that no new guys or new guys who haven't played before are really going to get much of a chance. We're even going to see that later tonight in the linebacker position group preview. But it's certainly, so that definitely is door opening. I would predict the guys who would get the most bonus playing time now, or playing time in general, if they weren't going to play now that Alex Bray is transferring, would be Tomiwa Duroyaje. That is a transfer from FSU. That's their 3rd transfer besides this Wisconsin duo. And then also recruit Cameron Brooks. They posted a video on their Instagram. I was just watching it on my train ride home like an hour ago. Like, those things where it's got like I don't know what it's called, but it's like a reaction training thing. And they got the 6 bars, right? And then there's a beep, and then one just drops and you catch it. I'm sure you guys have seen that by now. Well, Illinois posted a video. It was really good. Cameron Brooks caught all 6. He was the only person to do that. I hope I'm remembering that right, but I swear to God it was him. I was impressed by that. But just anyway, he has a new recruit. I expect him and Duroyaje to be the ones to get the most boosted playing time. So to recap that real quick, Altmeyer's staying, McCray to Georgia, Bray is leaving. I will update you on where Bray is going because these dudes have been committing fast. When you throw money at these dudes, they'll commit fast. So I can't blame them.